Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you for listening to the Magical Journey Show with your host, myself, Bryan Rawls. And we actually have a very special guest this evening. But before we go on to before we go to the special guest, I want to let everybody know I apologize about last week. I did not have a show due to a medical reason. And I would like to give my sincere apologies and thank you for whoever was sending healing. I know one of the host members did do a healing for me on the show. Thank you for whoever, for the one that done that. And thank you, Goldilocks Productions, for supporting me during that time. But we are within the dog days of summer. So what are the dog days of summer? So the dog days of summer are when the dog star is conjunct with the sun. And that is the reason why we have this lovely lady, which is also a very galactic goddess. Okay? And the reason why I call her a galactic goddess is because she speaks this wonderful language called light language that speaks to soul and speaks to the heart, to allow the heart to open up and break through its light. So without further ado, let's call in the galactic goddess, Yvonne Perry.
Thank
hey,
you,
Yvonne,
Bryan.
how are you?
Hi, Bryan. Good to be with you tonight.
Thank you so very much. And so how has your summer been?
Oh, it's been wonderful. Very busy. We're selling our house and moving into another house, so we have had our work cut out for us.
Ooh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So we're basically going to do like we normally do whenever me and you are around each other, is we kind of tag team them like we always do. So I hope you're ready, and if you want to, you can start off with a light language blessing to begin the evening.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I might just get my drum out and let's just have a party here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're calling our beloved ones to assist with this activation. Bless you, Lord, bringing in the field of light around us to work in tonight, to bless each person who calls in, who listens later. Blessings with the language of light, with the frequency of Nikaya. And thank you, Bryan, for allowing me to share like that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Yvonne. Okay, so we are ready to get this party started, and we're going to take our very first caller. And the very first caller is the 916 area code, 916 first name, question, and then I will answer your question, and then I will tag Yvonne's hand, and then she will have the mic. Okay?
Okay. Hi, Bryan.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, this is Nancy from California.
Hey, Nancy. What's your question, sweetheart?
Yeah, well, over the years, I've had a lot of out-of-body experiences and lucid dreams, and my most recent one was kind of profound. I met a star. Actually, it was a galactic. They called it a galactic council because I asked where they were from, and I was greeted by a very tall being, I guess a star being. He wore a jumpsuit and an insignia on his jumpsuit, and he had very long fingers. That's what I do remember. And he took me around, and he actually showed me around all the different beings that they had over there. Most of them were humanoids, and I felt almost an unconditional love through one of them when I looked into her eyes. but also they opened up. It was almost like a dome on the top, and they opened up to all the stars, and it was just amazing. The other thing was he also told me telepathically that you have to raise your vibration to be able to stay there because they were on another dimension. Can you tell me anything about was this real or
so what you're channeling is, or what you were seeing is, you're actually channeling a group of a soul family. Okay, soul family would be different types of beings. I'm getting that the council that you're experiencing this with is actually a council from a mothership, not a particular family. But you were beamed upon the ship, and then you were shown pictures of the planet, such as like maybe blowing up or people on that planet. Those types of energies are amongst the mothership, like the Pleiadian mothership TX11, or the other Pleiadian mothership, or the Star of Bethlehem. Those particular motherships, they're with the Galactic One Project, and with the Galactic One Project is where a group of galactic light workers form a communication beacon around the Earth ley line to connect that crystalline grid around Mother Earth, so the atmosphere can be actually almost like pixelated with particular energy particles that the human body needs. And when we actually pierce through the veil, we come in with seals. And those seals were actually put on us to actually keep us from our consciousness. And our consciousness just goes ahead and kicks in once those seals are banished or burnt off. And apparently, somehow within this activational field and activational time that we have been going on in the dog days of summer, your seals have possibly have burnt off. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling as if Yvonne has some light language to kind of ease this process and more energetically transform this this kind of like a communication liaison for you. So let's I'm going to tag your hand, Yvonne. So there you go.
Okay, so Nancy then. Well, they have a lot more to say to you, Nancy. I would love to do one of my free 15-minute calls with you and just give you the rest of that message.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, and back to Bryan, I just wanted to say I did believe that was a mothership. I didn't think it was a planet, so.
That was a mothership, and usually when people are shown like devastating disasters upon us, usually how that planet is destructed. And when that planet is destruct like that, usually you will come in on the Earth plane with those physical distortions within your genetic DNA. And it's up to us light workers or us light language speakers to remove it. Okay, so that's a little bit of what a galactic shaman does, like the wonderful goddess Yvonne does. So definitely, as she is wonderful, Nancy. So definitely get you a 15-minute with her, and she will rock your world.
Okay. Well, thank you both very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
You're very welcome. Okay. So we have a next phone caller, and our next phone caller is 856. 856, what's your first name and your question, please?
Hi, this is Laura. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
My question is, I'm looking for work, and I was wondering when you see me getting a job in my field.
Okay, so all right, so I'm hearing. All right, so is this a caretaking job of some sort?
No, it's a professional job.
All right, professional job. This is this taking care of other people's business? Like other people's
no. It's just working in corporate. It's a corporate position.
Working in corporate. All right, so because I'm hearing there is some energy that you might not be wanting to fully step into when actually looking for that particular job that you're actually trying to go for. You need to not be difficult while choosing, but go with the one that your gut feels right for you, okay? Because there's going to be two of them that pop up at the same time. And that's when your intuition has to, they're going to probably pop up around anywhere from, I would say, 14 to 21 days, okay? So that's 2 weeks to like 4 weeks, okay? So you got a little bit of time here to kind of pick and choose and get your resume all prettified and stuff like that. But Yvonne, I'm hearing that there's some light language to ease this transition of this transitional period of her actually changing over into this, or actually going into this particular job I'm seeing.
$1 sinuluha teloha sabrot silu munanai kita poralo sarriano qua nola la so dari shuluku de yom obra ante de deora mula ayokha turostulu munya toradisha turamulaya kalara so andorosiriana the shum Alekulu kutara shukulu kavariyan kumasata ala aka estukulu kumchikayu zivara tumkwai shatakala kuta.
Yes, Laura, and while that was actually going on, I did receive one last message for you. If you were concerned about financial or physical needs during this transition period, I heard that you need to call on St. Expedite in a petition. And petitioning St. Expedite is easy with a simple red candle, red rose, picture of St. Expedite, a piece of pound cake, and a glass of water, and you have yourself a party with St. Expedite, which will bless you with almost anything that you that you need. I know that for a fact because you just blessed me with something. So I definitely recommend if you are needing some physical or financial help with anything, call on St. Expedite.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Laura. Thank you for calling the Magical Journey Show.
Thanks, Yvonne. Thank you.
You're welcome, Laura.
Okay, so Yvonne, I pick up that there's some very interesting beings that you've been working with. I've kind of heard some different dialects going on within your work that haven't came out before, and it's interesting. Do you have anything that you would like to share about that?
Well, yeah, I have actually been doing some galactic explorations with a new team, and it seems like as they are channeled through me, they're actually having conversations with one another. So the dialects are shifting back and forth very quickly. You'll hear one low or one high or one rapid and one slow. Sometimes one will sing and the others will respond, kind of like they're figuring out best options for the particular client who's inquiring, and then giving the best message overall. The round table, I kind of see them as a meeting as a council of the round table, saying, okay, here's an option. And with the light language, the thing is, we may take 20 words to make a sentence, one tone with them can actually wrap up a person's life and kind of just do a life review with just a tone or with just a frequency. It's so accelerated and so fast. And that's why I think we see so many of the breakthroughs that we're seeing is because it steps things up, takes you kind of like from one point on your timeline in your soul's evolution and brings you forward light years ahead of yourself so that you are able to work from a different vantage point where you're not so encumbered by much of the matrix and the way that humans have been taught and programmed to play small. So we're empowering ourselves through the many different languages as we meet with teams now. I think it's not just one channel, but many, each having a voice.
Oh, yes. I know I've been downloading some rather quick dialects that almost sound sort of gibberish and a little bit of Japanese and that type of stuff. A very Andromedan energy. And then the Syrians started seeping in probably this past weekend. So yeah, some very strange energies that are approaching with these eclipses that are coming up towards the ending of August and into the beginning of September. These three, I think they're prenumbral eclipses. There's some fascinating energy that's on its way. So definitely do get your session with Yvonne and have those nannies and petties taken care of, so you don't have to get your nails dirty.
Let the galactics do the heavy lifting for us.
All right, perfect. So let's go on to our next phone caller because we have a huge list that is waiting to speak to you. So let's go to 205. So 205, what's your first name and your question, please?
Hi, this is Mary, and I'm calling on behalf of my friend Terry, who is currently at work. And right now, hello?
What is it? Yeah, we're here.
Okay. So right now he is experiencing a very hard financial situation. He needs a place to live, he needs a new car, and he's looking for a new job. So I was wondering what type of insight we can offer him so he can find comfort and peace in his current struggle.
Okay, so I'm picking up that there is a lot of distortion going on within his field around, I'm hearing, not only just with wealth concerns, but also a little bit with personal relationships and possibly some business relationships going on as well. So there's a little bit of distorted energy here. So I know Yvonne can bust it up as no problem. So, but just tell him that things are going to pass, and it feels to me like the energy of right towards the ending of July and into the first 2 to 3 days of August are going to be very transitional for him. And he needs to also understand that he needs to almost have a different perception about what is staring at him in the face.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. So let's see what Yvonne has to say.
Well, I'm feeling some Hathor energy coming through, so let's just hear what that means. Big changes.
Yes, and Mary, do tell your friend that he definitely needs to drink water during the energetic process through these transitions, because they may come in a little harsh at times, but he'll be able to pick his feet back up very quickly.
Okay, thank you so much, Bryan. Thank you, Yvonne.
You're welcome, Mary.
Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, so we're going on down the list, and we're going to hit the next phone caller is 308. So 308, what is your first question and your first name?
Hi, my name is Diana. And my question is, I've been working hard today at getting a job. I have some leads. I've got an interview tomorrow, and just wanted to know what's going on with me, if I'm going to have something quick.
Okay, what is your name?
Diana.
Diana, okay. So, Diana, what I am picking up is I'm seeing that there is going to be some opportunities opening up within the next, I would say within the next 3 to 6 days from now. And it feels to me like one grows upon each other, okay? So as one grows upon each other, and your energy seems very familiar, and
yep.
Okay, yes, I have read for you before, and I want to tell you, things did turn out the way that we wanted them to, but they kind of got a little twisted. But don't worry, they're figuring themselves back out. Okay, so but don't worry. All right, your guides are saying pick that frown and turn it upside down. Okay, because you need to be happy during this because you're doing something for yourself.
Yes, I've made some good changes. A lot of great things have been happening. I'm feeling blessed. And the only thing is missing is a job.
Well, do not worry. The job is coming. Do not worry. If you want me to, I will definitely say a blessing for St. Expedite for a job for you within the next 3 to 6 days. How about that, sweetie?
Oh, my gosh, I appreciate it. That's the only thing missing. Yeah, there's other problems, but you know what? I believe things are going to work itself out. I'm communicating with my angels, and I feel that things just have to be patient, and it'll come. It'll come.
Yeah, law of magnetism and the law of attraction. Work with them two universal laws, and you can have your way with anything. But I think Yvonne has you a message from the light.
Okay,
well,
thank you.
I was hearing the same thing that you were hearing, Bryan, about turning that frown upside down. I was hearing joy, and playfulness, and more joy. So taking things the way that you're taking them with more lightheartedness and trusting that's the way. Ristora Ramona, Darabia Sakala Krishna Kratu, Ramto Kua Sabriona Maye, Urotos Munio Kurabaticulum, Yukura Dariasto Kua, Risuru Shunko Yenukua La Kiata, Asako Tonga Shakaleto, Shipatonga. When I first started that transmission, I heard the word Elisha, and I was thinking about the Elisha prophet in the Bible.
No, that's my daughter's name.
Yeah, that's your brother's name?
No, my daughter's name.
Oh,
exactly.
Your daughter,
yeah, you said it. It's not how I pronounce it, but that's how it's spelled.
Oh, okay. Well, in the story in the Bible, Elijah had a woman who was preparing food, and she was down to her last handful of cornmeal and oil. And Elijah did this miracle in which it's kind of like Jesus with the 5 loaves and 2 fishes. It replicated itself and reproduced itself and stretched out and went further. So when you're thinking about your finances, look at the way Spirit can provide, and money can be stretched farther than you ever thought possible, debt reduction and things like that. So get your focus back on being playful and being happy and being in the moment so that you're not so worried about pinching pennies and what have you. It's all going to work out. Ratale kidu sukula kutoshtuku ataramakula korata asaye.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so touched.
Yes, and just remember, all you have to do is just believe or ask, and you shall receive. So make sure you remember that, Diana. And thank you for calling in, and just keep that smile on your face.
I will. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Okay, so we're having a wonderful evening, Yvonne, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to ask you to do some light language, Bryan. I want to hear you.
Okay. Well, I can actually clear up some money issues for a lot of people. That actually is a financial activation that I can do real quick. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we will go on to our next phone caller. Okay. Okay, and take a deep breath in.
Wow, that was powerful.
Okay, so everybody, that you just need to picture currency symbols like the dollar sign, the pound sign, just currency symbols all around your aura. And as you listen back to the replay of this recording, you will receive that energy again. And just kind of, if you can, clip and paste and make you a bunch of different activations and have yourself a ball. But now we will go back on to our wonderful Yvonne's light language, because I was hoping for a night off. But we will go on to
Well, I gave a little bit of a reading for Diana, so there. Now we're even. Switched roles.
Okay, 414. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, 414.
Hi, Bryan.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. My question is I've been working with the grief and the sadness and the not wanting to be here. So I'm wondering if that is holding back from the gifts turning on, or if it's because of the walk-in or the braiding that's bringing all this up. Did that integrate, or is that still causing more sadness, or?
Okay, so you, what is going on here is you have actually I'm seeing some foreign codes that are coming in from on the left side. So that it would be the activating side of you, and that would automatically be showing coming from, you shouldn't have the seals because we've already done your seals and removed your seals. So there's something on the left side, and I'm wondering if Yvonne sees this as well, because I'm hoping she sees this, because it's something that's like right above or right at the shoulder to the mid-ear level. It almost looks like maybe a possible implant or a regulator. So let's see if she can't bust that off with some light language. And what you think about that, Yvonne? You see that distortion there?
Yeah, so la estilo, una manera para atacar la shotokolo oron, no la etarason. So kia sabasha, ora toto uno, balmolo tekia, ate o malona lande. Tora bricino comandoro variato ku, unje, ola yon, ola de yon, ria kamato kaushin yoai. Kalium, Nora Talayo Kustolo Moye, Kalea Korola, Jonayu, Mayu. And a lot of times when you are integrating some walk-in energy, you're integrating some higher self energy. It's like turning on the spotlight in the dark, and so all the roaches kind of scatter. And it's kind of the same. All the things that were hidden, all the things that we didn't know that were underneath the surface, start to kind of manifest because they're coming up for healing. They're coming up for us to be able to deal with some things that are hidden in the psyche or the dark side of us. And the left shoulder does feel a little bit better now, so that's definitely spot on, Bryan.
Yeah, I was hearing not only the dark night of the soul, but more like the dark journey of the soul. So it's almost like embracing the shadow self. Julie, me and you have a session coming up. I will note this down, so we will work a little further on this.
Okay, because I didn't know if the walk-in part of me was causing that, or it didn't braid, or if they were not getting along.
I think that you being that soul braid, you just have not gotten to know that aspect yet, or it hasn't became used to being on the 3D physical plane with you. Okay, so there could be a type 1, type 3 indigo going on here that they're clashing heads and beating up on each other.
That's kind of what it feels like. Like
it's kind of what it feels like? Okay, well then
like
what we'll
parts
do is
pulling different directions.
All right, well then just neutralize it. So what you'll need to do with neutralization or anything that you need to neutralize, and this goes with anybody, people, if you need to neutralize energy, neutralize it with, you can neutralize it with a compound of baking soda, or you can also neutralize it with a elemental of fire. Everything that passes through a flame gets transformed, okay, because of that fire elemental is transformational, okay? So remember that. Anything that you want to remove, let go of, write it down, roll it up in a little piece of paper, and burn that sucker, okay? So there's you
the fighting,
there's
do you think
a lesson.
The fighting back and forth is keeping the gifts from turning back on, from things coming back, or more implants?
I believe so. I think it's just a regulation energy that is needing to go on. So we will definitely pick up. Yvonne, you got anything you want to add in?
Oh, I can tell you from experience, when you're integrating new energy and you're dealing with what's walking out, there can be some conflict as you're kind of like tying up loose ends with the walk out portion of you, or that part of you that's raising the frequency. But there's some very important messages in these battles because they're revealing to you the things that have been hidden, the things that have been repressed. So some of the stuff that you're hearing, whether it's self-judgment or judgment for others, or the suicidal tendencies, or not wanting to be here, all of that is kind of related to the shift that you're going through, tying up loose ends. I know the walkout doesn't want to be here, so that makes sense. But the new energy coming in is kind of waiting its turn so that when this other energy clears a little more, it can be higher self, or the new energy can be embodied more easily. So just be patient with yourself, a lot of TLC. Try not to get too frustrated with the battle that you've got inside, and switch your focus onto something that's a lot more light-hearted, trusting that it's all working out in divine order. Like here, Rasulu Ramaku or the Vio, Ramana Aya, Pakala Ishtakun Yaha.
Very, very good. I felt that clear.
Yeah, I've been feeling a lot of pressure on my head.
Yeah, almost.
Thank you.
Yeah, how I kind of felt it was like a cap releasing. So just go back and listen to the recording, sweetie, because you will find it very, very, very informational to listen to all of the activations that Yvonne's doing, because they're all beneficial to you. They're is what your guides are saying. They're all beneficial. Every single caller's energy is beneficial for you personally.
Okay. I always re-listen to yours and stuff, so I really appreciate it, both of you, and I look forward to next Friday, Bryan, working with you again.
Wonderful.
And thank you, Yvonne, very much.
You're welcome, Julie. Bless you.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
You too, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so let's go on to our wonderful next caller, and it is 305. 305, that your first name and your question, please.
Yes, my first name is Maria, and my question has to do with, like, relationships. I would like to be in a relationship. I feel like I'm blocked, and I don't know how to get myself unstuck or how to move towards that goal.
Okay. So I am seeing two specific distorted areas, okay? Two specific distorted areas is your, actually three specific distorted areas. This is your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, and your throat chakra, your expression chakra, your your personal power, and your creative sexual energy. Those are all running backwards. So so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to get them running back forward for you, and then you can just basically I'll make sure that you're running forward, and then Yvonne will probably speak some light language for you, because I know our stuff is very powerful and is able to get you right where you need to be. Okay, so give me just a moment so I can not tamper with your energy, but remove this distortion.
Thank you, Bryan.
Okay, so just kind of run with that, and let's see what Yvonne has to say.
Yeah, I was really resonating with what Bryan was speaking in the light language. Ito uma ari ko o tara ita to ulo mon ta ila ko ta you just no mo ta ala kapalosto daranta la ko machiko ko to aso to ko uma ila ta la karata ko shikoma ka de lo ta basate ulo makara shai. Relationship with yourself is most important. Personal power being restored, self-love, self-acceptance. Ulo ta ilu ko udesio to loma da ia la cara ara tukulo sa ta fasando esta la kano esta la isha ta konkaya.
All right, and just breathe through that, sweetie, because it's just going to kind of float around that heart area and kind of pierce into the assemblage point and kind of reproject to a 90-degree angle where your assemblage point needs to be. Okay, so there was just a distortion within the assemblage point, and we just moved it back into a progressive state instead of a I guess you would say a degression state. I don't know if I'm using the terminology correctly. It's just coming through, and I'm using it. But I hope it is making sense for you. Okay? But do know that kind of allow for it to rock back and forth in the heart chakra. All right? And the reason why I'm saying rocking back and forth is because I'm rocking back and forth. And that's how I'm getting your energy flowing within your heart chakra, okay? Because that's where you need to be beaconing from is that heart chakra. Okay?
Yes. Yes. I don't know what you did, but I know that you fixed it. So that's all I cared.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Thank
and
you.
I would very much highly recommend a session with Yvonne. She's amazing. You will absolutely love her, and definitely even just call for the 10-minute consultation. You'll love that as well. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I think we have a guide caller, and I usually don't get these, but it's the number 1. Hello?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I am. We're good. Can we have your name?
Yes, I'm Akanksha.
Okay, and what is your question, sweetie?
I've been looking for a job change to London for a really long time, and I don't know what's blocking it, but I know that there's some issue there because you're not informing me about it. So,
okay, I'm feeling as if there's some worthiness issues going on here. Okay, so do you feel as if you're worthy for a job change? Because I have a feeling that you're worthy of this position or this what you're looking for, because there's definitely magnetic energy within what your desires are floating. It's almost like the magnet is there, but it's almost like the lodestone and the iron feelings. I don't know if anybody does any hoodoo or anything like that, but hoodoo is Bible magic, Southern Baptist folk magic, and it's basically a lodestone, a magnet, and then you feed it iron feelings, and that basically is how I'm envisioning your almost envisioning this energy with this particular job change or thing that you're wanting to focus upon. Maybe Yvonne can give you some ease with this transition.
Yes, the self-worth energy. Da orazu de stocul corta. Așa nu mă ia, coraie, curra mule, curta. Maria. Cura lo de și lo curra cu bani și cu bacalea, cu umana. All that's the origin. So la ne curra mă să cu un coasen și la să curra la muna ya no na ye ora do maria la yo shukura radio sa Kurtoshku ura, Turkishta, Huta, Kantokade.
That felt very, very good, Yvonne. I felt that even in her so just basically kind of go with that energy and continue to look into that particular desire of what that job that you're desiring over. Okay, because you have it in your field, you just need to feed it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetie. Okay, so I want to let everybody know that the call-in number, if anybody wants to call in and speak, and remember, you have to press 1 to get on to speak with Yvonne and I. So any callers that are online that is in listen mode, press 1. Press 1 to speak to Yvonne and I. Okay? All right, and then if not, Yvonne, I wanted to also ask you, how do you feel about these next 3 eclipses that are coming up?
Well, Bryan, you know what? Even being a galactic being in this body, I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the alignments, the astrology. It seems like for me, I kind of get whatever energy is coming in before it ever gets here. And then I just kind of ride that out and calibrate those energies and then just deposit them or distribute them into the collective so that others can pick up on them and carry them through those. And so when we're having a full moon, I've already had a full moon probably 3 or 4 days before. The same with these alignments, and things are just about to break loose. Right now it feels like I think we're kind of in a holding pattern for a few days here, and then things are just going to start moving really, really fast. And so it's in this time of waiting that we find our center, find our joy, just be playful, don't take anything too seriously. This is not going to last. This part's not going to last. We're about to break through. So that's my take on it. That's what I'm experiencing. So how does that actually line up with the astrology? You'll have to tell me.
So I did hear you. Was that your room that I heard some things go on when I said Southern Baptist folk magic with the hoodoo?
Yeah, that was funny because I was raised Southern Baptist, and I think about myself then and now. It's just like it's a comedy of opposites.
Oh, yeah, I get confused as a Southern Baptist as well, so don't feel that. Yeah, and they're not bad people. I actually like the hoodoo practitioners. The hoodoo practitioners are very, very powerful. I know Kat Ironwood. She is absolutely very, very powerful, and yeah, there's some very good energies with the hoodoo energies, but it's just too much energies all mixed into one when playing in the magical field. And I understand that you don't know much about that magical field. Do you, or have you ever been exposed to that?
Been exposed to what you're talking about as part of the magic?
Like magic. Like Wicca, witchcraft.
Yeah. I've actually been I've been in groups with Wiccans, and I had a Wicca women's group. Probably it's been 10 years now. We would do ritual together. So yeah, I've been in that. But when you were talking about the Southern Baptist, I was thinking about my upbringing in the church and how I still pull from that. How the teachings and what have you. It was so close, and maybe just the vernacular was off a little bit, and so I've been able to tweak what I've learned from that and apply it, just like I did with, I believe it was with Nancy, might have been with somebody else, I think it was Nancy, when we were talking about Elisha, oh no, it was Diana, when we were talking about Elisha and the cruise of oil. So I'm beginning now to see a lot more metaphysical interpretations of what I was taught in that religion and through the Bible. So truth is found wherever we look, and truth is mostly in the heart. So align whatever's out there with what's inside of you, and you'll find that we're not so different after all.
Exactly. That is very, very good comparison. And I'm beginning to like the feel of this conversation, but it's almost about time for a show to end. And I want everybody to hear your information, such as like how people can get a hold of you and how people can benefit from your service and what are the benefits from your services.
Oh, thank you, Bryan. Well, my website is weareoneinspirit.com. weareoneinspirit.com. When you're there, you'll find several tabs across the top that you can navigate the website. Services get you to where you can sign up for a session, either 15 minutes, do some free 15-minute sessions with people, just kind of get familiar, to give you a little blessing, give you a little taste of what we can do together. Then if you want to move from there into a 30-minute session or an hour session, we can really go deep into some of the energies and bringing in some frequencies and helping you align with your higher self. And to keep your frequency high so that you can stay in those higher dimensions and pulled from there rather than being pulled down by what you see around you. Now, on the tab that says audios, there's a bunch of free audios out there that you can listen to all day long and not spend $1. So I encourage you to do that. There are videos, same thing, free videos to watch with light language. Then there's some paid things. That's some 99 cents and some $1.11 audios, whatever Spirit gives me the price on these. It just came out with a new album, released just a couple of hours ago, Quantum Destiny. There's a song on there that I think a lot of people are going to relate to on the Twin Flame Union. So there's that option out there. And a lot of information about light language. There are my books. You can find all of my books on the tab that says Store. So click around, have a good time. There's a lot out there to explore and to experience.
And have one of her online classes. They are a ball.
Those are fun, too. The events. Yes, look at the events tab. Oh, and I wanted to let you know, Bryan, because I would love for you to come, and everybody on this call is welcome. We're having a gathering of walk-in starseeds, those who are just really hungry and ready to shift into their higher anointing, their higher perspective of life, and to operate from that. It's going to be a gathering in Nashville, September 29th through October 2nd. We're going to spend a weekend together, just activating one another, doing some ritual and ceremonies and drumming at a couple of the high places here in Nashville that have spiritual energies, vortexes, or significant historical venues. So we'll just be together, cook together, stay together, and just fellowship and have a wonderful time. So hoping that's something that people can put on their agenda and head this way.
Possibly. I'll have to see if I can work myself into a vacation. This medical leave did actually me in for probably about 3 to 4 weeks out in clients. So, but hopefully, one day we will be in the presence of each other and actually speak light language with each other in person.
That would be awesome.
Yes, very much so. So definitely everybody that is listening and that has experienced this evening with us, please to copy and paste this show to your Facebook, share it to Google Plus, share it and get Yvonne out there and get her more clients, because she is wonderful and she is definitely a change that the atmosphere needs. So she definitely needs to activate Mother Earth energy more from that Gaia perspective. And that's exactly what her energy does. Is that unconditional love energy.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I love you, Bryan. You're awesome.
Well, thank you, sweetie. And you're awesome as well. But I would like to thank everybody and thank Yvonne as well. Oh, and one other thing. Me and the producer, Tiffany White Sage Woman, there has been something that on my right side that has been like, Yvonne has a message for Tiffany. So would you like to give Tiffany a light language message?
Oh, sure. Do este video. Todo con el video cae. So sana kolomo. Ka alesh. Sono non kulo katapa. Di suma rai. Shukul ko matarista ko. Kala ko estilo ko basta kala ko mo shukua. Taraso urai. Ilu atala ko. Shon rai. Orbato ko sa rai ko to shi mato kala ka. Taraso sono rai ko ko shi ko ko masa ai. Ai jo. I see this triangle, a blue triangle. It's transparent, and it's like you can go into the triangle. And they're stacked one behind the other, almost like forming a tunnel. And I see you moving through that, like there's a portal that you're moving through. This is just a kind of like a tight squeeze right now, but you're moving on through it. So we're just sending some energy to get you Get you on through that tunnel. So to align those energies for the blue triangle. Bless you, Tiffany.
Perfect. There you go, Tiffany. So I hope that fits you perfectly. And there she goes. She said, thank you, Yvonne. And that right there is my wonderful producer, Reverend Tiffany White, Sage Woman. Check out the Goldilocks Productions. That is what The Magical Journey is produced by, is the Goldilocks Productions channel number 2. The 657-383-1895 is my call-in number. Please feel free to call in every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you, everybody, for showing up and listening to us. And thank you, Yvonne, for blessing us with your presence. And let angel wings guide your dreams. Blessed be, and namaste.
Namaste.